Well, the mission of the Face Off Theater Company is to create meaningful work that inspires and sparks change in our community through providing a space that empowers, develops, and supports artists of color. This is art that is meant to create long-term cultural impact through storytelling. And today we're learning about the latest show called Freedom Isn't Finished. Welcome to Marissa Harrington. She's the co-founder, artistic director. Brandon Foxworth, playwright, actor, director, wearing a lot of hats. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it. Let's expound more on your theater. You've been around 11 years.
Yeah, this is our 11th year.
Yeah.
I'm very, very humbled to be sitting here in 2026. We started our theater in 2015. It was 6 Black women who were alumni of Western Michigan University Theater. Some of us were in the theater program and some of us were in the creative writing program, but as playwrights.
Okay.
And we came together in undergrad just to give each other opportunities to work, right? When you are a Black artist, a lot of times you don't have the same opportunities as your counterparts to do things, and we just kind of converged together, like, you wanna work, let's do some stuff together.
Yeah.
And so that's how we formed in school.
Yeah.
Then we all graduate at different times. Some of us go off to grad school. I am married with children, so I stayed in Kalamazoo and decided that I still wanted to do this work. And so 5 other of my sisters decided to stay as well. And we decided to start a theater company. Didn't know what we were doing. Didn't have any money. We were just passionate with a dream.
That's right.
But sometimes, I mean, that's what it takes.
That's all it took.
Right?
That's all it took. So
Oh,
that's
my
why I say
goodness.
it's just very, very humbling. We were not planning to be something that was a staple of Kalamazoo, but we ended up, that's what we have created.
That's amazing. And clearly there is an audience for this.
Yes, indeed.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And the mission has evolved over the years, right? As I said, it was originally to have a space for Black artists to just come do art.
Sure.
We didn't have many opportunities. We are in a very rich arts community and theater community in Kalamazoo, but you don't always see yourself on the stages. You don't see your stories being represented. And that's not a knock or a bad thing, but you just kind of go, okay, we see a gap here. And so originally we were born to create a gap.
Sure.
And we partnered with the Black Arts and Cultural Center in Kalamazoo to do that, to fill that gap. And over the years, we have evolved into seeing the need for professional development, seeing the need for speaking about things that affect our community in a way that creates conversation and healing. And then we start unpacking, well, what does this mean for youth? What does this mean for artists learning how to do the art through a lens of being trauma-informed and wellness? So this is where we have evolved.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
You're just finding where you
Yes.
need
Yeah.
and filling those gaps,
Exactly.
filling those spaces. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's talk about Freedom Isn't Finished.
Yes.
You're bringing people together
Yes.
again, right?
Yeah.
Several different storylines here.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And so Freedom Isn't Finished is a concept that, we were all sitting around and just deciding what we wanted to do for the season. We're always very intentional about that. And the world is hurting. People are hurting. People in this country are hurting and confused and angry. All of us,
Yeah.
right? All of us on whatever spectrum you're on. And we said, okay, what do people need right now? And so we ended up deciding to put out a call for new plays. At the basis of Face Off Theater Company, our foundation was new plays, new work, new voices, new talent, and we went back to our roots. And so we put out a call for plays, and just with the prompt, is freedom finished?
Wow.
And just said, right. And so we received 16 submissions.
Okay.
Some folks submitted 2, 3, 4 plays.
Wow.
Because that's what art does.
Sure.
Right? Sometimes you just need the space to be able to express and commune. That's what artists do.
Right.
If you look at every point in history where there have been shifts and changes, the artists have been right in the mix.
That's right.
And that's what this is. So we narrowed it down to 6 plays. Brandon
I was gonna
is one
say-
of our playwrights.
Yes,
Well,
indeed.
okay, so
Yep.
Brandon, let's hear
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
Let's
Yes,
talk about
indeed.
your story.
Yeah, so I wrote a play called Sad and Low. It is inspired by XXX Tentacion, a rapper, and Juice WRLD, another rapper who unfortunately passed, I believe, in the year 2019. And I just got inspired because I said, well, these folks, when they were expressing themselves, they were talking about, hey, I don't feel like I'm going to be on this earth for very long. And they were even putting it in their music.
Right.
And I said, okay, well, who's listening to them? Who's around to say, hey, I see you're expressing yourself in your song, but what's going on?
Right.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's happening? And then I also noticed that a lot of, youth were listening to them because they're expressing themselves. And I wanted to write something that spoke to folks to go, hey, let's listen to people. Let's listen to each other. If someone says, nah, I'm not okay, don't just walk away. Listen to them. Dig deep and go, hey, I want to talk to you. I care about you.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to leave you alone. Sure. And so that's how this piece sort of came to be. And it's beautiful. It's striking.
Yeah.
It's raw. Marissa's doing an amazing job directing it.
Okay.
And I'm excited for folks to see it.
Oh, man.
And what I love about it is, what Brandon has written is it's becoming what I feel like evolving into a love letter to Black men in this country.
Which
Yes, indeed.
we need one, right?
That's right.
Right.
It's a love letter, and I'm really, really proud of the things, not just with this play, but with just the whole process that we are discovering. So it is a stage reading series because the playwrights have still been writing.
Yeah.
They've still been developing these plays, and the actors have been a part of that process.
Yeah.
So it has been a communing
Evolution,
so
kind
it's
of a malleable.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. So people will see scripts in hand,
Okay.
but it's fully staged. So we have lights, we have sound, we have props, and they are acting.
Yes. Acting. Acting.
Okay. But
Yeah.
they have their scripts in their hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get people there.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
Absolutely.
talk about when they can go,
Yes.
how they get tickets, how we can support this.
Absolutely. So our website, faceofftheater.com.
Okay.
We are holding this play. We actually open tomorrow. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 7:30. Sunday at 2. We will be at the Carver Center at the Kalamazoo Civic Theater. And yeah, tickets are online, faceofftheater.com. Super easy, $15 a ticket. We also have a pay what you wish option.
Okay.
So we request at minimum $5 donation because Face Off Theater is all about accessibility. We
Yeah.
understand the barriers
Sure.
that are in place
Okay.
for theater, specifically for Black and Brown and marginalized folks.
That's right.
And so a huge part of our mission is that, and I also want to add that a huge part of our mission is audience engagement
Sure.
with the work. So we do have talkbacks, and we will have feedback for the playwrights from the audience and the
Okay.
community after every show.
I love it. Thank you both so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much
here.
for having us.
Break some
Thank you.
legs.
Yes.
Yeah, have
We
some fun.
shall.
Thank you.
There you go, faceofftheater.com.